This is Vince Russo's The Brand.
Hello, everybody. It is Vince Russo, and I am here with the Princess Noelle Harlow, and it is Saturday, and that means only one thing and one thing only. It is time to spill the Teen Mom tea. Now, there wasn't a show last week. We had an interview with Nathan because there wasn't a Teen Mom episode last week, but there was one this week. So we're back. Baby. Yeah, we're back. We're going to discuss the episode. And also, we have a very, very special guest that'll be on the show later on today. I always get Teen Mom 2 and Teen Mom OG mixed up.
She's on 2, boss. Briana
from Teen Mom 2. We have an exclusive with her today that you'll hear that. What's going on, Noelle?
We got a lot of Teen Mom news. I apologize about the shades. Everybody knows what my issue is, but I got to wear them. So, believe me, I'm not lying behind here. I'm good, but I just got to keep the shades on. Just wanted to apologize for that. Let's jump into it, Vince. I'm ready.
Well, let's start the show because I can tell you right now, the show is not going to be long because I got to be honest with you. And I'm not kidding. I'm being dead serious. If they actually believe that they are going to fill the Farrah void with Tyler's family and Gary's mother and Jody, they are absolutely out of their minds. First of all, the guy Morgan Freeman gives Farrah an ultimatum, and you could tell he was quite shocked by her decision to opt out.
He thought she was going to shut up. And she's not a kid anymore. She's running businesses. She's not going to shut up.
Yep.
I don't care what people think of Farrah. You know what? That lady has got half a dozen businesses. She's got a lingerie line. She's doing all this stuff. And he thinks she's going to like tap out and be like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Freeman. I didn't.
Yeah.
Please.
So Farrah tapped out, much to his surprise and much to their chagrin. So a lot of this episode wound up being about Tyler's family and his sister who's got a drug problem and the boyfriend who's always smiling and
That's creepy. It's like the Joker.
Listen, I don't care about these people. I don't care about Tyler's mother. I don't care about Tyler's sister. I don't care about, Tyler's future brother-in-law. I don't care about these people.
Let me take it a step further.
Go ahead.
I don't care about Tyler.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch.
He already set his precedence with me, and I'm not interested in him. MTV, effing up, baby. You're effing up. And I tried to explain this on Periscope because, you and I are into the Periscope thing now. We got sucked into Periscope world. I am not interested in additional cast members because it's not OG. Even Caitlin posted on Twitter, if you're adding people, it's no longer Teen Mom OG. Fans were requesting that Teen Mom 2 and OG merge. So there's not new people. It's the same people that we've grown accustomed to. And, I have to say, I would rather have that. I'd rather have that.
Well, they're going to try to make money from both shows, so they're not going to do that. But I mean, my days with Teen Mom are over. I'm not tuning in. I'd rather watch Monday Night Raw than to literally see what Tyler's family is up to. I could give a rat's ass.
These people don't understand how big of a statement this is. If you're not a wrestling fan, for Vince to say he'd watch Raw, that's high level. But guys, don't fret, because even if we're not doing spilling the Teen Mom tea, we will spill something.
Yeah.
I promise you. We have to have our weekly time or I can't adjust to life. I have to have my weekly time with Vince. That's it. That's the rules. So Vince, this week, there's been so many things that have happened around the Teen Mom, like whole scenario with drama and BS and all of this shit. And I caught the new Teen Mom Young and Pregnant show. Did you watch it?
No, I'm not gonna watch 16-year-old girls.
I changed it. They're actually not 16, which was a misconception because I thought it was going to be 16 and pregnant again. And when that came out, we were younger. Nah, they're 19, 20, 21. Let me be honest with you. I had a baby at 19. I had a baby at 21. This is not TV, guys. This is not TV. This is actually called, most places, regular life. So you're just focusing on people that aren't married and getting pregnant now? Like, how is that a thing? It's 2018. Who gives a flying funt? Like, I don't. Who cares?
And my wife caught a little bit of it, and she told me, like, I don't know, like she I guess there's a couple from Colorado on there, but she's telling me like everything with these people is F this and F that, and I ain't gonna. I'm not interested in that.
It's a very to an immature level. There's already a mom that I can't stand because the mouth is like she's a cacaron.
Yeah, cacaron. I can't.
Cacaron. Can't do the cacaron thing. Can't do it. Can't do the chicken heads. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So I watched a little bit of it and I said no. And then I started getting sent rumors because like I got like people like that are in that hit me up and send me rumors. And then it was one of the girls that's on the show is on one of those gold digger websites for a sugar daddy. And she's been on it before she got pregnant because she wants to make money. And I'm like, did she get pregnant on purpose to be on the show? Because she's already on a gold digger website. Then she's on another website that says that she's into women and not men. And she's trying to get the hookup that way. And you know what? You can be into both and that's fine. And that's cool. But at the same time, like you're on a gold digger website.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
You know what they don't understand? These two shows went on for a Teen Mom and Teen Mom OG and Teen Mom 2 went on for a long period of time, and there were things that hooked us. I mean, the Janelle Barbara relationship and dynamic that hooked us. Farrah, as miserable as she was to her parents, like that hooked us. With all due respect, I'm not going to sit in my freaking life in my house, and I'm not going to sit here and watch redneck families that are strung out on drugs, and there's absolutely nothing interesting going on. Barbara and Janelle was very, very entertaining. The fights they used to get into, and Barbara with Janelle, all the time, and all that crap was very, very
You're
entertaining.
smoking weed with Kiefer.
Yeah, exactly. Farrah was always entertaining with that relationship, and I could care less about Tyler's family. I could care less about Gary. Listen, I have never been so wrong about anything in my life about that guy Tubby. What's his name?
Jody. I know. I was getting messages saying, Princess, I believed you and Uncle Vince. And I'm like, we believed us too.
That was a shocker. But as much of a shocker it was, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't want to see Gary's mother. I don't care. I don't care. And then let's talk about heat. Okay? Yeah. Because there's good heat, what we call in the wrestling business, and then there's disgusting heat, which you're not interested in. For some reason or another, like Farrah had the good heat, where like you love to freaking hate her, and then you had the whole character of Deborah that was just a mess within herself, and you had
I still don't like her.
Yeah, Michael in the middle. Michael in the middle being pushed around and this and that, and that was good heat. Farrah was a character with good heat. Amber's disgusting heat. Like there's nothing about Amber that, like, it's becoming more and more and more evident. She's playing a character. She's trying to argue with people. She's trying to be from the hood. She's trying to be ghetto. And I'm sure this will probably get me blocked like you did. I might even be blocked. Yeah, I didn't even check because I really could care less.
Bro, seriously, I popped myself though, because people know, like, all right, people hate me, that's fine, I don't care. But yes, sometimes I can be an asshole, but I'm not being an asshole this time. Please understand this. I messaged Gary live on Twitter and I said, I would like to send Amber a dozen cinnamon buns as a peace offering to her home, because Gary does the bakery gimmick, right? No response. I was going to send her cinnamon buns. She's pregnant. She wants cinnamon buns. Yeah. So I was going to send her cinnamon buns just to be like, hey, listen, this is not personal. But then when I realized that I got blocked after I said Gary was a good dad, I'm like, fuck that. I like the cinnamon buns by myself. Oh, excuse my language. I try not to curse, but that's no censor. Okay. But I'll eat cinnamon buns myself. Listen, the thing is that Amber got exposed by this boot camp show. And the reason she got exposed is because she doesn't know these people on this boot camp show from Adam. She has no idea them personally, and she jumped in and fought right away. And for me, that shows me that that's phony.
Right.
That's not real.
And now,
and
you know what? You know what it is with me. Let me tell you what it is with me. And I think here's where Farrah and her are different. Farrah's attitude is like, you know, I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. You know, like, you know, she's very entitled, Farrah. Okay, that's one thing. When you get into the hillbilly head wagging and, you know, cussing and I'm gonna beat everybody's. Yeah,
I can't even do it. I have a bad neck.
Yeah, that's a huge turnoff with me. I mean that please. That's why I don't live in that part of the country, because I don't want to be around people like that. So like that's a turnoff to me.
Do you know what turns me off too? That I noticed that they do too. This thing. I am telling you something.
Yeah, she does this all the time. Like, please.
You need to listen to what I say.
That's why I left Indiana. I left Indiana for people like you. I have no interest in this, and I got no interest in this, and I got no interest in the butthead, and I got no interest in the cleavage. I'm done with it. You know, Macy kind of falls into the Chelsea slot, where Macy doesn't give a crap. Like, she's just doing her own thing. I was very, very shocked about this naked and naked survival gimmick, Naked and Afraid, because my wife even pointed out, she goes, Macy was the one that gave Farrah such a hard time about the adult film industry. And I said, well, you know, there's a little difference between being naked and being an adult porn star. I said,
it's a survival I don't know if have you ever watched it? Naked
I've seen some of it.
It's a survival show. The reason they're naked is so they can't use anything or hide anything in their clothes, so they put them in the woods naked, which, you know, she's naked, but she's blurred out. She's not having sex with anybody. She's doing a survival, like, tough thing, but still, like, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I'm going to pop a rumor in here earlier, but it's not a rumor. It's actually legit. Probably gonna get heat. See how much I care. Caitlin, not Caitlin. Kale posed naked yesterday on the internet.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I sent it to you. And she was like, "This is for body shamers," and blah blah blah, this and that and the other thing. You know what? When you're in your 20s, you don't think about consequences. When you're in your 30s and your 40s, you run around naked and you pose naked. I've never posed naked. I never did anything. Like, people want to say, oh, I did this, I did that. No, you're taking pictures of my wrestling gear. That's my gear that had tights underneath of it. I was never naked. I have a big butt. Tights don't sit good on my butt. That's all. She took that picture, and you know, she listens. So I just wanted to say, someday those 3 little boys are going to be 3 young men with the Google access. Think about things you do. You know what? Same goes for Amber. The fighting, the drug use, the drama, all that stuff. You're pregnant with a little boy.
Yeah.
He's someday going to have Google, and you've got a little girl that's looking at you for an example. Vince, maybe we grew out of Teen Mom a little bit.
Well, you know, I don't really know about that. It's just that these people are not interesting. Andrew's not interesting. Amber wants to be a redneck, and she is a redneck. Tyler's family, they're all freaking rednecks. Okay, we like Macy, but there's really nothing interesting going on with her. You know, the only interesting it is, you know, Ryan is a train wreck. He wasn't even on the show this week. He was on for a second. I don't even know who's the other one. Who's the other Teen Mom I'm missing?
Caitlin. Oh no, we had Tyler's family. You're missing Farrah because she's gone.
Yeah, Farrah's gone. I mean, Farrah's gone. Like, it literally. Hey, listen, man. I don't care what the television show is. I started watching Glow on Netflix. Okay, I'm a huge Mark Maron mark. The first few episodes were good, but then after that, I'm like, you lost me, bro. They lost me. They lost the viewer, and I don't think they really, really counted on the bankability of Farrah, because I always said she's the money. She's the money on the show, no matter how much you hate her.
the regular average everyday fan is like, oh, she's gone, whatever. But you guys don't realize something. As much as you hated her, that's what she was there for.
Right.
She was the interest. And see, TV people get that.
Right.
But I don't think people that have never done TV or entertainment might not understand that you've got to have an antagonist.
Right.
You have to have an antagonist. If you don't, your show is boring.
Right.
Why do you think comic books continue to be successful from the 30s and 40s, and Batman is still running and Spider-Man is still running? It's because they have an antagonist.
Yep.
You have to have an antagonist. There is a certain formula that you use to write, and that's it. This is not a sitcom, guys. And even in the sitcoms, a lot of times you still have an antagonist. Look at even like something like, okay, let's go way back. How about Wonder Years? Remember Wonder Years?
Mm-hmm.
The show with Fred Savage? Fred Savage always had some kind of antagonist, even though the show was not about having an antagonist or him battling somebody else. He still had an antagonist. It was about him growing up in the turbulent times of the 60s and the 70s. But when he was younger, his brother was always breaking his balls. His brother was picking on him, embarrassing him in front of people. He's kind of a nerd at school. Then he had the girlfriend that he broke up with. I think her name was Rebecca. He broke up with her and got back with Winnie. And then she was the antagonist. There was always some kind of antagonist to that show, even though it was a sitcom. Guys, if you look at any sitcom, there's always going to be something like that. But when you look at a reality show, 100%, there's always an antagonist. I don't want to sit here and watch Mackenzie, who I like. She's a bodybuilder, which is different. She has a nice family, a nice husband. They have beautiful children. I don't want to watch her mother perish from cancer on television because I think it's, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's not an appropriate forum for that kind of a deal. This is Teen Mom. It's not about, this is how we deal with this situation, something that should be on a Discovery Channel or Health Channel or whatever. You're putting this on for younger people to watch her mother battle cancer. Yep. And I lost my grandfather who raised me to cancer. I can't make myself go through watching that. And I know a lot of people are touched by cancer. Everybody has at least somebody they know that's been touched by cancer. That's not entertainment to me. That's hurt to me, and I don't want to watch that. So
this is one of the things I think, like, when Michael Scott left The Office, it was immediately over. I don't care. They tried to put James Spader in there. It didn't matter. It didn't matter who you put in there. The second Michael Scott left, you knew it was over. That's what this is. There's nobody there. There's nobody there that's going to keep my interest. Now, listen, I'm not a 16-year-old girl, so they think totally different than I do. They may be happy to see Farrah gone. They may continue to watch the show, and that's cool. But hey, is there anything else about this episode you want to discuss?
Oh my God, dude, I have a ton of stuff. Can we discuss it? I know we have an interview coming up, but there's a lot of things. This is the only time in my entire time watching the Teen Mom franchise that I had to shut the TV off and walk away for a little bit and come back because I got angry.
Right.
That's another sign. Like, it's not antagonists that are making me angry. It's the actual content that's making me angry.
Right.
And I watch online, as everybody knows, because I have it close to my face. So I watch online. So I watch the producer show and then I watch the after show all in one shot. So here's the deal. Tyler's family needs help. Okay. That's number one. This isn't what made me walk away. Tyler's family needs help. The boyfriend of his sister has to plug in his ankle bracelet to eat dinner. Is this the kind of example of things that we want to set on television? No, I'm sorry. That's not. She wants to have a baby. She admitted that she has a drug problem and she said it's Adderall. Did you see the marks on her face where they look like heroin pick marks? I'm not accusing her of being on heroin by any means because I don't want the drama with that. But she looks sick and she needs help. And they were saying, oh, people are mad that I'm not going to rehab. She needs to go to rehab. She needs help. This whole family needs to go into counseling. There is a problem. And pretty much everything you've said about the depression situation and when you had your son, you straightened out, was pretty much visibly in front of us when she called and that baby went to draw a picture for her mommy and came running out to show her, and mommy had to get off the video call and she threw herself on the floor, curled up in a ball, and cried hysterically. It's time to put on big girl pants. You have a baby that's depending on you. I understand depression. I have it. I understand miscarriage. I did it. You gotta, everything you said, Vince, was proven in that section. I know you'll agree with me. Did that not bother you that that little baby ran in the room to draw a picture for mommy and came back and mommy was off the phone? And then she only has 20 minutes a day to talk. She's got to wait again till tomorrow.
Yeah, it bothers you, but everything we say, whatever we say about it, Noelle, is going to bring us heat because, you know, people are going to tell us, oh, it's a chemical imbalance and it's a this and that. Okay, that's why I still don't understand. Okay, so the chemical imbalance went away when she went and visited the horses. See, that's why it's bullshit to me.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's total bullshit to me. When she left her family and she left a little girl behind and she left the husband behind and she left all her responsibilities behind and she went to go brush the horses, she was okay then. No, bro, she was okay because she put her responsibilities in a closet. She can't deal with her responsibilities. That's my take on it. But the minute you say that, bro, oh, I don't understand that there's a chemical imbalance and I know nothing about what I'm talking about. No, I know plenty about what I'm talking about. I know, you know, when I was young and the depression that I was dealing with and the things that, you know, I wanted to go away and I just wanted to bury and I wanted to ignore them like they weren't there. It was a thing called life. All right, bro. And, you know, sooner or later, like you said, you got to put on your big boy pants and you got to deal with these things. But I know saying that is just going to get us heat. So there's no point in even saying it.
Can I be shoot honest with you right now? 100% honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now I'm dealing with a major depression. Okay. I am a empty nester. I sent my daughter to school to go to college. My son's turning 18 at the end of the month. I adore my son. I adore my child. I adore both my children. I'm dealing with some major changes in my life. I'm dealing with medication changes for my condition. I also know that I herniated 3 more discs in my back at rehab. I have not been to rehab in weeks. I have not left the house other to go to urgent care in probably 3 weeks. That's depression, kids. Not petting a horse, because you know what? I could go pet Bruiser all day long and I don't feel any better. I don't feel any better. And I take medication every day. And you know what? It's not doing anything for me. If you're depressed, this is what happens. You see, I'm not in my studio, right? I'm in my family room doing this show. Do you know why? Because I haven't left this couch in 3 weeks. I have not, other than to go in the studio and record, I've not left my couch. This is depression. This is the face of depression. This is the scenario of depression. And I'm sure people will be like, oh, now you're doing this and doing it. You know what? I'm going to curse again. I apologize, Peter. I don't give a fuck what you think. And you know what? That's depression too. Yeah. This is depression. No, I don't call anybody and FaceTime and smile. I haven't spoken to my nephews in 3 weeks. I adore my nephews. My nephew Morty is my heart. And everybody knows. You even met my nephew Morty. I haven't spoken to him in 3 weeks. Do you know why? I can't do anything. I've been sitting in my living room watching Trailer Park Boys and old Dean Martin roasts, wishing that life was better. It's not. This is depression. Not petting horse. Everybody deals with things differently. And we laugh and we joke and we try to get past it. But you know what? Like, okay, you had a miscarriage and you deal with it. You have a drug problem and you deal with it. You know what? Imagine not being able to leave your house, not being able to drive a car. Everywhere you go, you have to be pushed in a wheelchair. You have to walk with a walker. You can't see. You're blind. This is why I'm wearing my glasses today. This is the face of depression, not petting a horse. So anybody that wants to say anything about me or Vince or depression or petting a horse, go fuck yourself. There, I said my point on that. I have more points to make later. But anyway, that made me upset. Thing number 2, does Amber ever leave her house? Did she ever go out? She said her spirit animal is a sloth. Okay, let me try to bring this.
I pop because I love that Pictionary commercial when the sloth is painting.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's so good. There's so many good commercials out right now. Maybe we should reboot commercials. Did you see the one with the taxes where the lady, it's like a horror movie and she hides in the closet and she's terrified. And when she opens the door, it's like a little bear dancing outside the door. And it's like, what are you scared of? Come, we'll do your taxes. Yeah. That's my favorite commercial right now. I laugh my ass off every time it's on. I love that commercial. That commercial's a big deal.
Yeah, finish your role. Go ahead, because we got to get to Briana. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm totally trailing off. See, my mind isn't even focused. Okay, here's the thing I want to interject, because you don't watch the after show and the producer show, right?
Once in a while.
Did you watch this week's?
I saw Gary on there. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, bro, Gary.
I was just cracking up the size of Gary compared to the size of Macy.
Oh, yeah. They looked like the number 10.
Yeah.
It was like spaghetti and meatball, one strand of spaghetti. And so Jody was on. Obviously, everybody knows by now Jody is not the father of Gary. How the hell that happened, we have no idea. Maybe his mom has a type. I have no idea. But the mom pissed me off. And this is where I had to shut the not the TV, but the computer off and go away for a little bit from it. When she sat at that diner, after they found out that Jody was not the biological father and Gary was coming and it was just her and him. Now, a lot of people don't realize they still date. Jody and Gary's mom are still together. They live in the same house. They're still together. So she sat across the table from him and he starts crying. Because I would cry if I found out that this child that I wanted to be a part of his life and wasn't mine, I would still be there for them. I would still be I'd be like, you know what? I'm still your mom. She said, well, I told both of you at different times that you might not be the father. So sorry. And then she giggled a little. I got hot at her response because I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Now, here's what made me even hotter that I did it again. Why is there compact on my lap? The after show, Gary revealed that Jody has a felony on his record for non-payment of child support from Gary's mother. And that is not his child. And he went to jail for non-payment of child support for a child that's not his. And he paid 18 years of child support. And Gary wasn't his. What do you do with that?
Man,
what do you do with that?
I would love to know how much that was.
It has to be a lot of money. You figure you've got to pay. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out. So I used to get, when I got child support before we went to 50-50, and this was a while ago, not as long as Gary, but maybe close. I got $325 biweekly.
Okay. $650 a month.
$650 a month, but I had 2 kids. And I wouldn't take him back for more child support because honestly, if I'm making money, I pay for everything. But I needed that extra help because of Nick's autism. I needed help paying those bills. So I got that money. So say let's do the benefit of the doubt and say $625 a month. Okay. Times that by 18. Think about it. Times 12 months. And then take that number, and keep it going. I'm shitty at math. Keep it going. Figure out how much it is. I wish Vito was standing here. He's a math wizard. He's like Rain Man. He does math in his head you wouldn't believe. But anyway, that poor man has a felony on his record for the rest of his life for non-payment of child support for somebody that wasn't his kid. Yeah. And now who's the kid?
Well, listen. Can I be honest with you?
Give it up.
if the guy was never dumb enough to do a freaking blood test back then I don't feel sorry for him. I mean, if you're that much of a freaking moron that you're going to sit there and pay child support for 18 years and there's a doubt, there's definitely a question. He's been questioning it the whole time, and you don't go get a DNA test from day one, then you're an idiot. I mean, so you know what? She worked him. He was an idiot. If you're that much of an idiot that you're going to pay child support for 18 years and not get the proper test taken, I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
Do you know why I do though? Because you and I thought he was the dad too.
Right, but with the things he said, and she has told that it's always been clear. There's the possibility he's not. That has always.
When did that become clear? That's another thing. Okay, we don't exactly know when she told them this. It wasn't like at birth, because at birth he said she told him she was pregnant, and the judge let him out of jail to go to the birth. Remember, he said that? So he might not have had any idea for a while. We don't know the details. All I'm saying is this. Man, if that was me, I'd be getting a lawyer. I'm sorry. And I know he's going to be in Gary's life because they have bonded, and he loves those kids. There's grandbabies. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to you throw them out or whatever. But man, he then comes on. You're going to love this part. Picture Gary's mom in your mind, Vince. Picture in your mind. If you have to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. He says she's a nymphomaniac that requires sex 3 to 4 times a day.
It's very disturbing.
Yeah. And he said she gets angry because she doesn't get sex from him. This is his own words, folks. I don't make this shit up. That's crazy. Think about Gary's mom. And she's mad, and she's got that Christmas bow in her hair. And she's one of those people that buys those elaborate Christmas sweatshirts from Walmart. Do you know what I'm talking about? Exactly. With all the bows and Santa and the reindeers and shit. She's one of those people. Now imagine her coming up with her hands on her hips and going, I didn't get laid today. Imagine this happening.
I don't want to think about any of this. All right, what else we got?
All right, let's roll. All right, we got Macy. She's going to be on Naked and Afraid.
Right.
Her husband lost a shit ton of weight. Did you notice?
I didn't really notice that.
Yeah, he's super skinny.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I noticed right away. I'm like, dude, are you okay? I don't know. Maybe he's working out more or something. I don't know, but he looked like he lost a lot of weight. Maybe his beard just grew bigger. It made him look smaller.
Yeah, I mean, his beard is getting out there. That's for sure.
Do you know Vito's growing a beard?
No. How's it look?
Sexy.
Nice. Very nice.
I'll hit it 3 or 4 times a day. He's an attractive man.
I got to see what that looks like with the beard. I haven't seen him.
I'll roll him in after the show so you can check it. I think he's in the shower, but I'll roll him in. You'll love it. It's got a thing. Nobody's seen him with hair. He hasn't had hair since 1982.
Crazy.
So yeah, Macy's going on Naked and Afraid. So she's doing her survivalist training. And you know what? One of my new favorite parts of this show ever happened with Macy and her son. I don't know if you caught this. I don't know if everybody caught this.
With the fire gimmick.
Oh my God, dude, that touched me where she was, I wrote it down. So let me see. So what she had said was they're starting to set the fire and their little thing together and they're having a talk, which was so cool. And she said, I can survive without a man. You can have great people in your life, but when your people aren't so great, you still have to keep going. And she said that to Bentley because it was the perfect time to teach a good lesson. His dad might not always be there and his dad might have problems, but that doesn't mean you rely on that or you fall back on that to go, I can't do this because my dad sucked or I was raised poorly, because Macy is definitely not raising this boy poorly. He has everything he wants and more, but he has a loss because of the Ryan situation. She let him know that in life, if you don't have good people around you, that doesn't mean you quit. You keep going. What a great message. Yeah. And way on my list of the top favorite mom moments on Teen Mom of all time. So go ahead, Macy. I'm going to clap. Girl, you are a mom. Very nice. You are a great mom. And damn, I hope other people aspire to be like you. Now for the main event. Let's talk Farrah. I talked to Michael this morning, by the way. Michael ain't happy. Michael wasn't happy last week. He gives me he checked on me because I've been sick. He's actually, guys, a very nice guy. Like, I don't know Michael outside this show, but he knew. No, he knew Vito and I were both sick because we had posted online, and he was like, "Are you guys doing okay? I wanted to see if you're feeling better." Amy and I were just talking about you, so it's cool. They're very nice people, which I wish that would rub off on Farrah. I wish she would pick up more things from Michael and Amy. But the confrontation. So Farrah said, "Shoot me for being who I am." She's being herself, guys. Hate her, love her. Hate her more. She's still being herself. She's being who she is. What's the problem? People are always like, "Oh, she's so fake."
The problem is she's doing porn and she has a daughter. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I don't agree with that.
Right.
But the videos that she's shooting are not porn videos. They're webcam videos, and they're of her feet. And I mean, I understand people get all bent and shit like that, but it's feet videos. It's not backdoor mom. And when she did that stuff, they put her back on the show anyway. You're going to air people that are smoking weed in their car. And I'm not defending Farrah by any means, because I'm not I don't agree with having a child and doing porn. I just said something about being naked and having children online. Okay. You have people that do drugs. You have people that have been to jail and been convicted. You've shown domestic violence between Amber and Gary. There's been a lot of things on this show that have been questionable. You've shown kids that obviously were not being watched and something happened to. You've shown these things. So all of a sudden, because this girl wants to do these videos to make money, and she's living in her dad's and she's trying to make money and she's running businesses and whatever, well, don't focus on her porn. She shouldn't do that. But it's a little hypocritical when you're going to have people breaking the law right on camera constantly. You show Kale driving with a suspended driver's license, texting and talking
I'm not talking about that's what, her being off the show. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean,
I know you don't want her to be off the show.
Yeah, they're very hypocritical. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about her life choices. That's what
I don't agree with her life choices at all. And neither do you. We're just not that. You know what? We're older and we see what happens from those kind of things, and we see the consequence of those type of things. And you and I both knew somebody that did things in the adult industry, and the adult industry a lot of times takes advantage of people. Poor China. At the end of the day, that's who I think of when I think of the adult industry taking advantage of people. I think of her, and we both knew China, and it sucks.
Even though she told me that they used to treat her better than anybody else in her life.
Yeah, she did. Well, because you know how hard the wrestling business is and how nasty everybody is to each other. Thank God we have our little family of wrestlers here with us that don't do that. Yeah. This is off the subject a little bit, and I'm trying to stay on, but any wrestling fans that are with us know that Sir Mo, you remember Sir Mo? He was on Men in a Mission.
Yeah.
He finally
he did porn?
No, he's such a wonderful man though. I could never even joke about him. He does mentor programs with children. His whole thing is he wants to help kids.
Oh, how are we talking about King Mo? We got Briana. You're going on and on and on and on.
Wait, I have to say this.
What's next? Come on.
Let me say this.
Hurry up. This show's going to be 3 hours. People are going to not listen to the Briana interview. Let's get what? Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. All right. Number one,
people
tell me they regret when our show ends and they miss it.
For a person who didn't like this show, you got 6 hours of material.
Yeah, because I was angry. I got more material when I'm angry. I'm happy. All right, let me say, and it's Sir Mo, by the way. Let me say this. Sir Mo had gotten a kidney yesterday. He's needed a kidney transplant because of diabetes.
Right.
Nobody called him on the phone. Nobody did anything. Vito found out when he woke up that Mo had got a kidney. The first thing he did was call him on the phone to say good luck with the surgery and let me know you're okay. Everybody should be doing that.
I didn't even. But how we supposed? Where is that? I didn't know that.
See, you're not a Facebook dude.
No, I didn't know that.
He announced it on Facebook that he was.
Well, we're not all on Facebook. I didn't know that.
Well, damn, Vince, catch up. No, I'm just kidding.
What else?
What else about it?
What else is going on? Is that it?
Damn it. No, I got rumors.
Let's say
the
the
Brianna
rumors.
interview.
Save the rumors. All right. Listen, everybody, here you go. Listen, Jeff Lane, right here is where you put in the Brianna interview, bro. Here it is, everybody. Enjoy the interview with Teen Mom Brianna. We will be back. Noel will be back with the rumors and the gossip of what has not yet happened on Teen Mom after this interview with Brianna. Enjoy the interview.
Hey, this is Stevie Richards. I'm here to tell you, you don't necessarily need all this equipment to get in the best shape of your life. All you need is this, a resistance band. I'm so excited to offer the 12-week resistance band training program to you, which features an interactive PDF with full overview videos, modifications, descriptions of all the exercises, scalability, no matter what fitness level or what age you are, the PDF scales the workout to you. Also, after your instant download of the PDF, you get full direct email support right from me, as well as access to a Facebook group with an awesome interactive community. I can't wait to help you take control of your fitness journey. Just put in StevieRichardsFitness.com, go to the store, and download the 12-week resistance band training program.
All right, everybody, this is Vince, and I'm here with, of course, the Princess Noel, and we have a very special guest today. And I got to tell you, this guest started off very quiet, getting very controversial over the last couple of weeks, and I never expected it from this one. Now, the sister and the mother, the sister and the mother are certified wackos. But this Brianna seemed normal, but now all kinds of controversy breaking out. Brianna, how you doing today?
I'm good, and I am normal.
Well, Brianna, I got to tell you something. I thought very normal because, listen, your wacko sister and your wacko mother make you look very normal. But Brianna,
they're just very protective.
Well, what they are is they're very Brooklyn, is what they are. Am I right about that?
You're right, 110%.
They definitely are.
Brianna, that's the first thing I got to ask you. Listen, man, I'm from Brooklyn. Noelle's from New York. She's from Staten Island.
No, I'm from Philly.
You're from Philly. Okay,
Philly, yeah.
New York, Brooklyn. We got
That
everybody in the
area.
house. Brianna, how do you go from Brooklyn to Orlando? How'd that happen?
You know that New York is not the greatest city to raise your kids. So my mom decided to up and leave and come to Orlando.
And you were how old when that happened?
Like 7, 8.
Oh, so you were pretty young, so it didn't affect you that much.
No.
Now, is your sister, is she younger than you?
She's older than me by 2 years.
Okay, so she was about 9 and you were 7.
Yeah.
Now, I would assume your mother was born and raised in New York?
Yes, sir.
How did she handle that change?
She wanted to. She was tired of New York, and she thought that Orlando would be what's best. And I'm glad we're in Orlando because who knows what would happen if we stood in New York.
Well, Brianna, that part you just said about her being happy to get out of New York, I'm editing that out just so you know. That's gonna be taken. That's going to be taken out of the show. Brianna, listen, I don't know where to start with you because you came to the series late. I'm talking about the original franchise. You were the new kid on the block. Very under the radar.
But she was in Teen Mom 3 with her first daughter Nova. So you go all the way back there, but you were new to the OG franchise.
Right.
Yes, to Teen Mom 2. I was on 16 and Pregnant. Season 7, I believe, and then that got us our own spinoff to Teen Mom 3, and then I guess ratings wasn't great, so they canceled Teen Mom 3, and then they brought me back for Teen Mom 2.
Now that must have been a surprise to you because I'm sure there was the disappointment of Teen Mom 3 not working out, but then now all of a sudden you get the call to go to OG. That must have been. Tell me about the disappointment of Teen Mom 3 and then getting that call to go on OG.
Yeah, it was disappointing because I think we all had great storylines, but whatever, that happened. And I didn't even come to think about it that I would even be on another series of TV shows. So for them to call me was very surprising.
Yeah. I think part of the problem with Teen Mom 3, I'll be honest with you, the other two Teen Moms, you got the powder keg on both shows. Janelle's the powder keg, who's been on this show, by the way. Farrah's the powder keg. There was no powder keg on Teen Mom. You need the powder keg, no?
Yeah, I think we were all level-headed in a sense on Teen Mom 3, and that's why it didn't get enough ratings. But
Yeah, well, you're here on this show now. That's all that matters.
And now you're here. You're good. You're good.
Now, Briana, here's one of the rumors that we first started hearing about. And I got to be honest with you, me and Noel. Now, you're about the 5th or 6th cast member that we've interviewed.
okay.
And we've seen a pattern with Teen Mom. And listen, Noel and I, like, we've been in television for a long time. I mean, I've been in sports entertainment, like as a writer and a producer for like 25 years. When I watch Teen Mom, I mean, it's clear that, you know, they're pushing certain buttons because they want drama, they want controversy. You know, I mean, controversy sells. So I kind of see what they're doing. But one of the very early rumors about you was at the very beginning of the show, you know, they portrayed you in a way where you were thinking of putting your first child up for adoption, Nova. But then Stella, I'm sorry, Stella. But then we were reading reports that was never really the case, and you always planned on Stella and wanting another child. Can you clarify that?
Yes. What happened was I always wanted more kids. I still want more kids, but my situation wasn't the best. I didn't want to repeat the same mistakes that I made with Devon. So when I found out I was pregnant with Stella, it caught me off guard because me and Louis wasn't really together. It was basically a hit it and quit it or whatever you want to say. But I found out I was pregnant with Stella. I knew Louis wasn't going to be there. So I was like, let me just explore my options. I really was going to put Stella up for adoption. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? God gave me Stella for a reason. So I'm going to keep this baby and I'm going to figure it out, even if it's by myself. And look, 8 months down the road, I'm fine.
Are you going to explain that to her someday? Because she's probably going to watch the show. How would you sit down and explain it to her the same way? Like, this is the situation, or how would you explain that?
Be honest with her. Like, I don't want to hold no secrets. I want to be completely honest and let her know. It's not that I didn't want her. I just wanted her to have a better life. I wanted her to have a mom and dad. I wanted her to be able to go do all these type of extra activities at school. I wanted her to have the best, and I knew that I couldn't do that by myself, so I thought that was the best option, to give Stella up for adoption. But now it's just like, you know, God gave me this baby and I'm gonna keep this baby and I'll figure it out.
Hey, you know, Briana, I gotta tell you this. I'm an old man. I'm 57 years old. I don't understand a lot of this kid jargon. Could you explain to me? You said a little phrase there before. I wrote it down. Hit it and quit it. Can you explain? Can you explain to me? No, I understand. Hey, I'm just kidding around, Briana. Briana, I'm just kidding around.
He's crazy too.
Briana, let me ask you this question. How are things right now with Devin and Louis? How I mean, do we have good relationships? Are they in the kids' lives? What's going on with them?
Okay, let's start off with Devon. Devon right now is currently living with me. I really don't want to talk about his personal business because it's not really up for me to discuss, but he's living with me right now, and I think it's best for Nova. They get to bond. This is his first time and her first time that they've been together for this long. He's been at my house for almost 2 months, and, you know, he's helping with Nova, and he helps me with Stella as well, so it's working out so far. As far as Louis, he lives in New York. I don't hear from him. He never checks on Stella. He pays for her daycare, but that's about it. He doesn't, you know, there's no relationship between Louis and Stella.
Man, you know what? When you watch the early shows, you know, with him, man, you wouldn't think he was that kind of a guy. I mean, I really thought he was interested in the baby. I really thought so. Was he playing it up to the camera or what?
I think that's what it was. I really think that's what it was, because once Stella was born, he came around maybe 3-4 times. The last time he seen Stella was like 2 months. Stella's 8 months now.
That's terrible.
That's so sad.
All right, let's get back to the Devin thing. Is there hanky panky going on? A little hanky panky?
I don't fucking know.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on now. You said he's been there for about 2 months.
Yes.
There's gonna start being maybe a little flirting. I mean, what, you know? Come on now.
A little sly on the side, kind of like, you know, just hanging out. watching some Netflix, you know what I mean? Like, and there's just like a little hand that reaches over. You know how it goes. I don't gotta explain to you, girl. You're just chilling. Netflix chilling.
I have no feelings for Devon. His presence really annoys me, but at the end of the day, it's Nova. So
they all annoy you, honey. Even if you're in love with them, the annoying gets way worse. It gets way worse. So maybe you're on that path. You just don't know it yet. He annoys you. He's getting to you.
Hey, you know, Briana, listen, I can't say this because, listen, I'm a professional journalist. Everybody knows that. But I have my favorite teen moms and my not so favorite teen moms, okay? I got to tell you, you know what my rap is about you? And I'm going to be honest with you. You're here now and I'm going to tell you face to face. Are you ready for this, Briana?
He doesn't hold back.
I was born in Brooklyn, and I didn't sell out and go to Orlando. I sold out and went to Colorado. But anyway, listen, Briana. Do you watch Seinfeld at all?
Do I watch what?
Seinfeld?
No.
Okay, Briana, there was this episode of Seinfeld. I'm going to tell you, because I compare you to this all the time.
Oh, my gosh.
And Jerry had this girlfriend. And depending on the light she was in, she was either beautiful when the light was just right, she was beautiful. And then when like she was in the shadows and in the shade, she not as much beautiful. She looked a little bit like a monster.
They called her the Two-Faced.
They called her Two-Faced. Briana, here's what I say about you all the time.
Two-Faced?
No, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
He has a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Briana, when you get dolled up,
yeah.
you are striking. You are beautiful. But then you put on, then sometimes you got that amber bun head and you got the sweats. And I'm like, Briana, Vince is watching this show. Get dolled up for Vince, Briana.
Listen, I don't have time to do my makeup every day. I don't have time to get dressed up for the cameras every day. So this is fucking reality.
Well, hold on, but now that you know I'm watching the show, will you maybe get dolled up a little bit more?
I got dolled up today, kind of, for you.
There you go. Just hold up like a little V when you dress up for him on the show. Just go to the camera.
Briana, let me tell you why I brought that up, because I'm going to segue into something here. And listen, you got to understand something. I'm twice your age, so I'm kind of like a father figure to you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be a grandpa. Briana, I got to ask you this because stuff like this puzzles me. You've been very, very public about getting, surgeries and enhancements. And, Briana, you're a beautiful young lady. Like, honestly, I don't understand. When I look at you, you're a beautiful, striking, bubbly, the whole package. Why do you go get these things done?
Maybe I'm a little insecure. I don't know. People have insecurities, and
well, you don't need it.
I know, but it's not like I touched my face. I had a tummy tuck done. My stomach was horrible. That has to get fixed, whether it was today or 20 years from now. I got my boobs done because when you have a baby and you stop breastfeeding, they literally sag to your fucking knees. So I have to fix that.
Mine stayed up there.
Oh,
yeah, that's
I don't have that privilege. And the surgery that I got before, Dr. Miami did too much. And after I had Stella, you can see that I looked weird. I looked fucking weird. So I had to fix it. And that's why last month or a month and a half ago, I just proportioned everything. So now I'm super small. I look like my normal self again, and I don't think I'm going to get surgery anymore.
Yeah, Briana, do me one favor, please. And I'm going to make you make this promise to me on this show. Okay. Don't do that ridiculous lip gimmick. I've never seen that look good on any girl ever. Please.
Okay.
You're not going to do that, right?
All right. No, I
won't. They look like a Simpson. They go...
Yeah, Briana, don't touch the face, all right? Leave the face alone, okay?
You look like Halle Berry when you had your hair real short. Remember when you had the short haircut?
Yes, everybody told me that.
You look just like Halle Berry. Don't ever touch your face. Look how good Halle Berry looks. She's like 50.
Yeah, and Briana, no buns. No, the bun head. The bun head's a killer. No bun.
We're a very stylish show. If you can't tell, Vince is stylish in his flannel. PJ's there, and I'm freezing, so I have on a fur coat. Like, we're very stylish in this.
Briana, can I tell you what was one of my, and I swear to you, what was one of my both been watching Teen Mom from day one. Can
Yeah.
I tell you what was one of my all-time favorite scenes that I loved? I loved it. And I fell in love with your sister during this scene when she was trying on all those dresses.
Oh my
And
god!
she's half naked. And she just crumbled to the floor in a pile of clothes. I fell in love with your sister right then and there.
He's like she is like Vince's favorite person on the show now. Like he's like, I love her.
That was so real. I 100% fell in love with her.
Get in contact with my sister. I'm sure she'll want to talk with you and do this.
Yeah, I gotta get your sister on the show. I gotta get her on.
She's got to come on the show. We love her.
Okay, listen. All right, let's get into the controversy. Enough about you. Let's get into the dirt, Briana.
Dirt.
Briana, now listen. You're the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
You go on the new series. You don't know any of these girls beforehand, correct?
Not really, no.
So you go in fresh. Everybody's on an even playing field. There's no sides, right?
No sides.
Okay, but it seems now over time sides are being drawn. Am I right about that?
Correct.
And you're okay. Now you're pretty good friends with Janelle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in the Janelle camp, just so you know. And I take a lot of heat for Janelle. Noelle takes it. We're in the Janelle camp.
We've had death threats. It's okay.
Yeah, we've had death threats.
We've had death threats.
Kale had me on her show. I went on her show because I said some things about her when I interviewed Janelle that she didn't like. So she called me out. So I said, have me on your show. So I went on her show. Her and I had it out a bit. Now she's going crazy over the weekend. There's these texts about Javi and you and this and that. Can you clarify? First of all, listen, I saw the episode when it was the reunion and Javi knew you were going to be there. And he was like a little third grade kid going to see Briana. Then he came in the dressing room and you had to burst this bubble that, you were pregnant and blah, 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 blah. And he
was all like this. Yeah. Hey now, like he had like one of those things going on.
And then his whole face just dropped when Briana kind of put him in his place. Can you clear? I don't like the rumors and the this and the that. Can you clarify the whole Javi, Kale, you situation?
All right, so we're gonna have to start from the beginning. Y'all ready?
Go ahead. We're ready. We're sitting and waiting.
Okay, so before Javi was ever thought about, my sister and Kale and Javi were very good friends. They went to Disney together. They traveled. They did this and that. I was not a part of it because I was busy with Nova. I always had to work. But here and there, me and Kale will talk. Now I'm a part of the new show. And obviously, everybody is going to feel some type of way that they added a fifth girl. That's bottom line, whether I was fucking with Javi or not. So that's layer one of everything. They all felt some type of way. Nobody's going to really talk about it, but they all felt some type of way. So once I was brought onto the show, Javi and I started talking just as friends. I didn't want anything more but just friends. And I always told him that we got to stay friends. We got to stay friends. We got to stay friends. He's the one that wanted more. He talked to my mom saying he wanted to date me. He talked to my cousin saying that he wanted to date me. He talked to everybody in my family asking if he could date me. So whatever, we still talk, hang out. Kale found out about me and Javi being friends, and she didn't like it. Javi took Isaac and Lincoln to Orlando, and Kale didn't want Javi to hang out with my family. Javi was going to hang out with us anyways. So she was upset that we were all hanging out, that I was hanging out with Lincoln, and the kids were hanging out all together. So she felt some type of way already. That's layer two. Then me and Javi started talking more. I guess you could say we grew feelings for each other. And Kale wanted me to tell her that Javi and I were together, but Javi and I didn't really know what we were. So why am I going to tell Kale that we're together or ask for her permission if I don't even know what the fuck is really going on anyways? So she was upset. Layer three. Then finally, Javi and I got together, did our thing. She was pissed. Literally pissed. And then I don't know what happened after that. Me and Javi fell off a little bit. He didn't want me to get my surgery. He didn't want it to be filmed. He didn't want my body over the internet. He wanted me to move in to his house in Delaware. he wanted me to do all these things, and I wasn't ready for that commitment just yet. I told him, yeah, later down the road, we can definitely talk about marriage, talk about moving, but he wanted me to do all these things right then and there, and I couldn't do that. And that's why him and I just didn't work out. And then when me and him actually broke up, he decided to go on Kale's podcast, and then it just escalated from there. And Kale would always talk about me to Javi. Kale would always text Javi like, oh, have fun doing things with Bree that I used to do with you. And I'm like, why are you so salty that me and Javi are together? Me and you are not friends. I'm not breaking girl code. And she was just upset.
Well, why was she upset? It was over with her and Javi. What did she have to be upset about?
That's my thing. I never understood. Maybe she just didn't want nobody to be with Javi. She's very protective over Javi. I don't know the full story, but something was going on.
So is it over, or might you get back together? Because let me tell you one thing. First of all, hold on for a sec. There's no you moving to Delaware. Are you out of your freaking mind? What the heck are you going to do in Delaware? Become a milkman?
Thank you. And then I asked him, I was like, how about you come to Orlando? He was like, no, that's an absolute no. So I'm like, why do I have to change my life, my girl's life, to go all the way to Delaware when there's nothing there, but you can't come here? And he was like, I don't want to leave Lincoln. I was like, okay, I get that, but I don't know what you want me to do because I'm not leaving Florida right now. And he was like, well, our futures don't align up, so we can't be together. I said, okay, fuck you, goodbye. And I guess he wasn't expecting my response. And then he was like, I'm so sorry. Can we get back together? And it's been rocky since, so I just cut him off.
Does he realize, though, that he's in the military and he can end up getting stationed everywhere and he could drag you from state to state?
That was my point. Exactly.
He might not always have that access to Lincoln that he has in Delaware because he could get stationed somewhere else. And then he's going to expect you and the girls to go somewhere where you don't know anyone.
Thank you. That was my point. And he did not understand that.
I get it.
Now,
I 100% get it.
Now, how did Javi feel when Devin moved in and there might have been a little hanky-panky going on?
I don't even know because we broke up by then. But supposedly he was on some article saying that's funny. But I don't know what's funny. That's the child. That's my father's child.
And then Briana, he went on Kale and badmouthed you after all that.
Yeah, that was the cherry on the cake. I said no, this is not happening. No. He said he cut all ties with Kale. They only talk about Lincoln. But obviously that's not the case. If you're going on her podcast, if you're doing this, if you're doing that, and look, now they're best friends. And then on the podcast, they said I'm the reason why they can't co-parent. How the fuck am I the reason why they can't co-parent when they had issues before I was even on the fucking show?
That's up to them. That's not up to you.
Exactly. And I always treated Lincoln like if he was one of my own. Like I was always nice to Lincoln. I always made sure Nova and Lincoln were equal. And she never saw that. And she just thought I was the reason why.
And meanwhile, he wants you to move to Delaware and be in the middle of that mess every single day.
Yeah, that was not going to happen. I could care less about Kale. I could care less about Javi. They're in the past. I got to see them for the reunion. So this shit is about to be crazy.
Now, let me ask you this, Brianna. Just like a week ago, I was reading headlines about you again. There was you were talking about leaving the show, and then you said, no, I'm going to stay on. Was there some truth to that? Were you thinking about leaving the show?
When Teen Mom 3 ended, I had my life back. Like, nobody was bothering me. I wasn't in the public eye, and it was great. Then Teen Mom 2 came about, and now I'm in the public eye, articles left and right, on TV, and I knew that's what I signed up for, but it's like, is it worth it? Like, is it worth being on TV? And to be completely honest, it's really not. Like, all the shit that you get, people end up in fucking hospitals. Like, it's not worth it. And at the end of the day, I gotta take care of my kids, though. So I'm on the show till they kick me off.
Yeah. I mean, come on, let's face it. I hear you 1,000%, but you're not going to make, you got 2 kids you got to raise. You're not going to make Teen Mom money working at Walmart in Delaware. Is that fair to say? All right.
Listen,
yeah. Brianna, I want to ask you this question because I'm very concerned. When I saw this play out on the show, I was very concerned. How is little Stella doing with her health?
She's good. She was born with 3 holes in her heart.
Yeah.
When she was first born, it was very scary because she couldn't really catch her breath. She used to turn blue, and it was like, whew, it was very, very, very scary. But now that she has grown, 2 of her holes has closed, and now she's much better. She's a different baby, and I'm sure she's on the right track. We have another appointment coming up to see her cardiologist, but so far, I don't think she's going to need any surgery.
So do they think that 3rd hole will eventually heal on its own like the other 2?
Yeah, it'll heal on its own. And if not, it's very tiny, so it's not going to have much of an effect as the other 2.
And how is Nova doing these days? How old is Nova now?
Nova's 6. She's going to be 7.
She is a trip. Oh my God, she is a little trip. She cracks me up on the show. She is great.
She is like little Brittany.
She is so much like your sister. But that's a good way to be, because that's like a tough, like, I'm a woman, I'm tough way to be.
Yeah, she's very perfect. Sassy. She's beautiful. She loves her dad right now. They always spend time together, so that's what's best.
That's good. That's
so good.
Yeah, I hope. Do you think now? I'm glad, because listen, man, there was some scenes with you and Devin where you thought, like, forget about it. But thank God now he's living with you. That's great. Do you hold out any hope that Lewis might come around?
I don't think so.
That's really, he didn't seem like that type of a guy.
Yeah, it's so shocking.
Everybody thought I was crazy because I would be like, you need to get your shit together. You need to do this. You need to do that. And everybody thought that I was pushing him. But because I knew he was going to be this person. Like, I knew he was going to go back to New York. I called it. I knew he was not going to be around. And he was like, I love Stella. I'm so excited for Stella. But now that Stella's here, you can give 2 shits about her.
And even with her health and everything, he wasn't on top of that?
Yeah, when I told him that she had health problems, he was like, what's the name of it so I can Google it? What the fuck are you going to do?
That's crazy.
He wouldn't be like, I'll be right there. He was going to Google it. He WebMD'd it.
Yeah, he's gonna.
See, you were like on top of him, and then the women always get heat for that. But a lot of guys don't understand that. Sometimes you have to. Like, sometimes, especially when guys are like younger or they're playing too much, you got to go through that. You got to say, hey, this is a human life, and you already have a kid. You know what the deal is. Some guys don't get it, and it just seems like Lewis kind of disappointed us all because we thought he was getting it, but he didn't get it in the end.
No, and then when he told me he was moving back to New York, I was like, wow. I was like, don't forget about your kid. And he was like, I'm not. And then I said, don't be mad when you come around and she doesn't know who you are. There's not even a phone call, like a FaceTime. All this baby needs is a FaceTime once a week to recognize your voice, to recognize your face, so that when you see her in public, she's not like, what the fuck, who are you? That's all I asked for him. And
she'll never notice him if he doesn't step up. And after a year, you really got to step in, because then they really start that recognition big time. You don't do it now, he's going to lose out for life.
Yep. And oh, well, that's his problem. It sucks for Stella. And this is why I wanted to give Stella up for adoption, because look, I'm a single mom of 2 girls. Their dads are fucking assholes, don't have their shit together. And I'm doing it all by myself. And I want both my girls to have the whole world. And I can't do that by myself. Yeah.
Hey, what's the relationship with Janelle? What's the connection that you and Janelle have?
Well, for instance, when I came to the reunion, nobody really talked to Janelle. I was the only one. We like clicked right off the bat. We started talking, hanging out, and it's just, they all hate Janelle, and I don't understand why, because when you get to know Janelle, she's such a sweet girl. Like, the shit that you see on TV is not her. It's not her. So it's just like, why does everybody hate her? Like, I just don't understand. Those girls, those 3 other girls that are on this show.
God, Briana, you know what blows my mind? I actually had this conversation with Kale when I went on her show. She was trying to argue with me. I'm like, I'm not arguing with you. Trust me, I could be your freaking grandfather. You're not going to get an argument out of me. Yeah. Here's the thing that blows my mind. It just seems like, a lot of the girls are at each other. It's very catty. There are sides. What I tried to explain to Kale was, from a business point of view, If you guys, if there was solidarity and you guys were together and you guys were a team, do you know how much more power you would have over MTV and the producers of the show? Because if all of a sudden all 8 girls want X amount of dollars or they're walking, you guys would have so much power if you were a unit. But they want you guys to, divide and conquer and fight and argue because they want that controversy. And my God, I know you guys are young, but it just seems like you play right into that hand when you guys could have so much power as a unit.
It sucks because when I got in there, like, me and Leah went to the VMAs together. We were great. We were cool. We kicked it. And then once I got to the reunion, like, I saw Leah picking sides, like, with Kale and Chelsea. So I already knew we were going to be separated. So that was their posse, and then we had our posse, and it was just awkward. It was just real awkward. And it sucks. Leah's such a nice girl. Like, Leah's such a nice girl, but she'd rather be friends with Kale than make new friends. So that's just what it is.
I think she's intimidated. That's what I told Janelle. I think Kale is like such a big, like, personality and force and such a loner, tough woman. And then Leah's like, I gotta listen to Kale because I don't want to get on her bad side. And that's what it feels like every time you see her.
Like, I didn't mean to make Leah cry, but I told her, I was like, listen, like, don't pick sides, be your own woman, stand up. Like, why are you doing this back and forth shit? She was just like, I just don't want nobody to be mad at me. And I'm like, I get it, you're a loyal friend to Kale, I don't hold nothing against you, but when you see me privately, don't say hi to me if you're not gonna say hi to me in front of Kale. And that's just what it is.
That's unfortunate. Where does Chelsea? She seems to be happy with the coal and the whole the pigs and everything. Where does she sit? Where does she sit with all this?
She doesn't say anything. Like, I didn't really talk to her, so I don't know.
She seems kind of neutral. We had her dad on the show. She seems kind of just happy. Yeah, she's like happy with her life.
Yeah, she doesn't give shits.
Do you think Chelsea? Do you think Chelsea has too much hair? Brianna. And listen, here's another thing. Listen, since you're not going to go to since the odds of you going to another VMA with Leah are slim to none, any chance of taking me to the next VMA Awards? You could say I'm your You can say I'm the grandfather. I'm your grandfather. Any problem with that?
Grandpa Vince.
Honestly, the VMAs is boring. It was the worst show I've ever been to in my whole entire life. It was so boring.
We're dying to go.
Really?
Yeah, we want to be in this.
You guys can have my tickets because I'll pass.
Vince, we're going to the VMAs.
I don't want to go to the. I'm too old. I can't stay up there.
You could push me in my wheelchair. It'll be great.
Brianna, you know what's going to be so huge. I can't wait for, because keep in mind, like, I was a wrestling writer, for the WWE for a lot of years. You know what's going to be so huge. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see that reunion when you and Kale drop the gloves, because let's face it, you're probably the only one who can stand up to her, and B has the balls to just get. It's going to be money, huge money.
It's just since it's in the past and I'm so over it, I'm just like, fuck, I got to relive this whole situation all over again in a few months. I don't know where my head is going to be at. I just don't want to get fired at the end of the day.
You should call Vince. You should call Vince for a pep talk before you go.
No,
he's really good at this.
They're not going to fire you. They love that stuff. You know the legs they got out of that Amber Farrah thing. I mean, they played that over and over again.
But the thing between me and Amber is I'm probably going to end up slapping somebody. Amber didn't. That's the difference. And I don't want no PSA or whatever the fuck she files on these people. I don't want to go to jail. I want to, be a mom to my 2 kids.
Well,
but at the same time, I'm not going to let nobody disrespect.
If you get a PFA, it just means you don't have to get near. You're good. You're not going to jail. So PFA is okay. Then you could be like, oh, she chickened out into the PFA. I was still here.
Brianna, let me tell you, here's my prediction. Let me see how you feel about this. This is my prediction. Bro, I think when it comes face to face, head on, okay, I think she's going to back down from you. Am I wrong?
I'm 99% sure because the last reunion, I tried talking to her and she didn't want to talk to me. she closed the door on my face, and she's like, I don't want to talk to you. I have nothing to say. So I feel like she's just going to walk off stage, or she's just not going to want to talk about it. That's how I think it's going to go down. But whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, the gloves.
Man, I just hope, Briana, you seem like such a great girl, and, you got the two beautiful kids and, raising them and working hard. You got such a close-knit family. I just hope, like, with all the negativity with the other girls and the infighting and stuff like that, I just hope it doesn't pull you down, like, in the black hole of negativity. I hope you can stay positive.
I hope not. I'm so over it. Like, I don't even care about these people anymore. I only have to see them maybe twice a year. They're in my past. I don't really care. I just don't like it how I'm trying to move forward, and she said something on her podcast about me, or Javi said something. I'm just like, just let the fucking shit go already. Like, let it go. And it's been crazy.
You should just record yourself singing "Let It Go, Let It Go," like from Frozen, and then just every time they say something, just put it back up on Twitter. Every single time, just back up on Twitter. And then that kind of shit drives people nuts. I'm really good at that. But yeah, just tell them to let it go. And then just put that shit right back up. Do the thing. Wear a blonde wig. Just like do the whole thing. Let it have the kids doing it with you. And then every time they say something, just be like, oh, here's my statement. Bang. Video. Let it go.
She's just
Bang.
always talking about me. Like her last after show, she was saying how she wants to get me off the show. On her podcast talking about me, behind the scenes talking about me. It's just like, come on, bro. It's not that big of a deal.
She wants everyone off the show because she wants her own show.
Well, you know what it seems like to me. Tell me if I'm wrong, Briana. But like, I got to talk to her a little bit, and I see the show and whatnot. It seems like to me like Kale is one of those people that she's not stupid. She's very intelligent. It seems to me like she's manipulating and creating a lot of the controversy because she knows that's money. Maybe deep down inside, she doesn't really give a crap. Is that possible?
I'm 99% sure, but it's just like, don't bring me into this. Like, why are you trying to make money off of me? Like, just let that shit go. But at the same time, I do get where you're coming from. It's all about money at the end of the day. And if she wants to talk shit about me to get more ratings, that's just what she's going to do.
Yeah. Brittany, where the hell are you guys driving to? New Mexico, for crying out loud? What the hell are you, what do you got?
Miami's like 3.5 hours away.
Now, what's going on in Miami? What's going on there?
I'm getting my my post-op appointment just to check on my tummy tuck scars and all that. To make sure I'm okay.
Tell that Dr. Miami I need my nose fixed. I broke it twice wrestling, and these glasses don't sit right, and I require them now. Tell him I need a nose job. Like, I need this fixed, like, right here. It would be like, I'll go to Miami. I don't know how I'll get there.
Now, is this Dr. Miami on the uppity up?
What do you mean?
I mean, is he, he's not shady or anything, is he?
No, he's legit 110%.
Right.
Great
he didn't operate out of the back of his trunk or anything, did he? Like, he had, like, a little thing, and he, like, no?
I
mean, tell him I need a nose job.
I heard about this one doctor that when he worked on women who were getting boob implants, that he put cement in there. He didn't do that to you, did he?
Oh, everything is legit. Everything is legit.
That's that back alley stuff.
Yeah, don't let them touch the face. If you let them touch your face, you're out of your mind. You hear me?
All right, I won't touch my face.
Beautiful young lady.
Beautiful. Don't do it. But if he's giving away free no jobs, I need this like bump fixed. Like
I'll talk to him for you. I promise.
Thank you.
And listen, Briana, I'm talking to Janelle because Janelle gets upset because Kale's got her own podcast and Janelle gets buried every week. So I said, Janelle, do your own podcast. I mean, it's kind of that simple. She didn't know how to do it, so I'm helping her out with that. You need to do the same. I'm telling you, you and your sister with your own podcast would be phenomenal.
Oh my God, I would listen every day, and I don't listen to podcasts other than
you're not into that?
I'm gonna talk to my sister about it because we wanted to do like a YouTube channel. We wanted to do something, but maybe a podcast would be ideal. So I'll talk to her. She hasn't been home lately, so I gotta see what she's up to.
Does she have a boyfriend, Brittany?
I don't know her personal life. Like,
that was a long silence.
She says she doesn't, but who knows? Brittany's Brittany. Brittany can have a boyfriend tomorrow, and then 5 boyfriends next week, and then 0 boyfriends, and Brittany's all over the place. Nobody really knows what's going on with Brittany. Brittany is Brittany.
And how's mom doing these days? What's mom up to?
She's trying, so she's like very always, down and tired, and she's always in her room. Like she doesn't have energy to do like a lot of things. So it's just
poor mom needs to pick me up.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's been taking a big toll on her. But I must say, having Stella has been a blessing. My mom is getting a little bit better just because of Stella. Like Stella brings this happiness to my mom, and I feel like that's why Stella is in this world.
Oh, that's great.
For my mom to get better. And that's why I decided to keep Stella. And now my mom and Stella have this relationship that is to die for.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. And we're going to end it on that note. We're going to end it on a positive note. Listen, Briana, thank you so much for joining us and being honest and answering all the questions. We'll continue to watch the show. We'll continue to keep in touch. And any last words, anything you want to put out there, any misconceptions or anything, last words, go ahead.
I don't know. I'm on it today, so I'm here to stand. If you don't like it,
I think we lost her.
Yes, she's back.
And the shit cut off right there. Like, there it goes. Hello?
Yeah, no, Briana, you're breaking up a little bit. You must be hitting a bad spot in your travels.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're gonna let you go, and again, thank you very much. I'm gonna DM you. I'm gonna stay on top of you only because I think you and your sister would be absolutely phenomenal and entertaining as hell with your own podcast. So I'll be in touch with you.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everybody. There you have Briana. Very nice girl. I'm glad we got to spend some time together. It was a fun interview. What you think of the interview, Noelle?
Loved it. I'm having so much fun interviewing the people from Teen Mom. They're so different than the show. They are just so different from the show. I'm having a blast getting to know everybody and their individual things. And Briana is beautiful. I hope she doesn't do any surgery to her face. I hope she keeps her promise to us because I swear she looks like Halle Berry when she had that short hair.
Yeah, she looks great.
She's a gorgeous girl. Haters gonna hate. She's a gorgeous girl, guys. And she's out there doing her and trying to make it. And that baby Stella is adorable. Let's get to the rumors, my friend.
Get to the rumors, bro. Let's go.
All right. You broed me. All right. I spoke to Michael after the episode. I spoke to Michael this morning.
You and Michael got something going on?
Nah, I'm too lazy to have something going on. No, actually, I'm too busy to have something going on. No, he's a very nice guy. And you know what? A lot of people aren't fair with him when he goes on shows. And we are. And he likes coming on our show. And he's going to come back on our show. So he said that they definitely whitewashed the confrontation that was aired on the show. And you could tell that it was edited because when they went out to the car, he said, boy, she had a lot of points. But really, she didn't have a lot of points for what they showed on television. She had one, and that was it. Yeah, so it was cut up. I'd love for MTV to release the whole thing.
They're not going to do that because they got to come out in a good light. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, and they also changed what was originally edited for that spot, Michael said, because they know what was coming. They changed it because of the lawsuit. They cut things out. Yeah. So there's obviously more to that. We just got to follow the lawsuit and see what's going to happen. Kale, again, like I said before, had posed nude on. She covered up all her bits and titties, but she posed nude for.
Is that when the girls do this gimmick? I mean, there's a Chloe today, and she's showing a big pregnant belly, and she's doing. Is that really posing naked?
No, but she didn't have no pants on.
They didn't show the hey nanny nanny.
No, they didn't show her cookie, but like her cookie, her leg was covered like this or whatever.
Not like this. I mean, that's not. Is that really?
I mean, it's a toss of a coin. I hate that pregnancy show your belly, cover your boobie thing.
Yeah.
Not down with that. Never did that. Never want to. I'm not into that. So I'm trying to spell. All right. So here we're back with the Michael thing again, because I got like a huge thing going on. All right. Because yesterday we're taping Thursday. So it was yesterday. Cortland Janelle's ex and Michael went at it on Twitter all day long. So they went back and forth. It made news. The thing is that Cortland's not doing this on his own. He got bailed out of jail. And all of a sudden, he starts defending Deborah. Now, remember, Deborah went into the wedding. What the hell are you inviting Janelle's ex-husband? There is more to this than meets the eye with this situation. There is something going, not that I'm saying they're hooking up or anything, but I think they're trying. And Sophia did not do.
You got to say that. You got to say that again, Noel, because you broke up. You go. I think.
I'm sorry.
I think they're trying to what?
I think they're trying to work on a show because MTV is getting a little teen mom desperate with the empty spaces. So Cortland and Deb OG have something, some deal going on. So Michael and them went back and forth all day long. Now, Michael, Amy, Farrah, and Sophia were not at the wrap-up show with Dr. Drew at all. They weren't invited. They weren't there. But guess who showed up?
Yeah.
Against her daughter's wishes. Against her daughter's wishes. Deb OG. Deborah showed up and gave her opinion, and you know, she downs porn, but she doesn't down Farrah and all this stuff like this. Hypocrite. Excuse me. I'm getting over an illness. Anyway, again, Michael's going to come on the show with us a little later in the future. Again, I opened the door for Deborah to come in. Michael stating facts. What are you doing, sweetheart? You know, like if you're trying to get a show on MTV, you better aim for VH1 Classics because they ain't interested in you, baby. They ain't interested in you. So that's that kind of whole deal. Now, let me get on to Amber. Amber blocked me on Twitter, but I watched the first episode of Marriage Boot Camp. She fought with everybody in the house already. She's already gotten in confrontations, apologized, got mad when the apology wasn't accepted, went into the room, didn't like the room they gave her, which is part of the therapy is the room because it's supposed to give you like an obvious visual of what is wrong in your situation. So they had like baby cribs and they had like pills, like not real pills, obviously props. Well, she had a fit and was like, this is our sobriety after Matt admitted he fell off the wagon and all this stuff. Then she comes on Twitter and says, oh yeah, well, I was under the influence when I did all that. Really? You were yelling about pills in your sobriety, but you were under the influence? And then all I thought was, this is what Andrew fell in love with?
Yeah. This
is what it is. So let me keep it real. Amber blocked me after I said Gary was a good dad. I have never tagged Amber. I have never encountered with Amber at all.
She didn't block you because of that. She blocked you because she listened to something on the show.
Right. No, and I know that's probably what she did, but it was right after I said Gary was a good dad, which was kind of weird. But you know what, Amber, for real, grow up, dude. Grow up. Like you're laying on a big stuffed sloth at your house. Like, come on. Get your shit together. Go get your hair done. Go brush it out. You know, you're busy getting massages and nails. Go spend time with your kids. I'm not judging you. You're showing me what you're doing. I'm only relating to what you're doing. So now you're on two different reality shows acting the same way. So how am I supposed to judge you and how is Vince supposed to judge you? Two different reality shows and you're acting the same way. So you want to have me blocked and you want to block me? Good. Best luck in your future endeavors.
What's her name? Hold on. What's her gimmick on? I want to see.
Amber Portwood, Bill.
Let me see if I'm blocked.
Check it out.
I guarantee I am. I just didn't even look.
You probably are. You want to chip in on the cinnamon buns from Gary?
Because I didn't look. Because I don't
want to go halfsies on the cinnamon buns.
So let me go to my Twitter. If you want to follow me at Twitter, it's at the Vince Russo. Let's see. I guarantee I'm blocked.
I just popped for that sliding in the Twitter thing. Man. That was good.
Because of the what is it? Portwood.
Amber Portwood.
I'm blocked because of the
Bunhead
and everything. I don't.
Did she block you?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you're still looking. Vince, can we talk about these glasses?
No, I'm not blocked. I'm in her good graces.
See, I'm telling you, you say the same thing on the show I do. I got blocked. I'm telling you, it's because Gary's a good dad. Wow,
I'm not blocked by her. I'm not. Let's see. I'm not blocked by Caitlin.
I'm not blocked by Caitlyn either. She's the only one that blocked. She's my first celebrity block, so I think I should like get it.
I'm not blocked by Leah. Let's see.
I'm not blocked by Leah.
Who's Mackenzie McKee? Is she the new one?
Yeah, she's the new one.
Well, she's already got 336,000 followers.
Yeah, she went up a lot since they announced the new deal. She does bodybuilding and stuff too. So
pregnant Amber Portwood opens up about safe depression meds. Maybe you need to look into that.
Whom I do?
Yeah.
I'll put my shit out there. I take something called Deluxitin. It's like a Cymbalta, and what it does is it not only works for depression, but it works for nerve pain. You know how I have nerve pain like in my foot and stuff from my spine? Yeah. It's supposed to work for both, but every time they up it, it makes me sick, like real sick. So maybe I need to read that article. I don't know. I'm trying to hang in there with life, guys, because I am not one of those people that just sits and cries, but it's been the last 3 weeks have been very difficult on me. Nothing to do with online or any of that, but just real life stuff. Yeah, and pain. Pain is a good.
I got plantar fasciitis. I'm not in a wheelchair or blind or anything like that, but my freaking feet are killing me.
Dude, some days I can't even turn my head. Like that's ridiculous. Yeah, you know. I sent you that plantar fasciitis ribbon. Did you know that's real? Like I didn't make that.
My feet are killing me, and they got the things I'm supposed to wear when I go to bed, and they're like $30 a piece. And I'm not spending $60 on something that might not work.
Vince, do the $12 thing that I sent you, please.
What $12 thing?
We talked about this.
What $12 thing, man? My feet are killing me, man. Right.
There's a $12 thing. It goes around your toe and to the back part of your heel. My brother has plantar fasciitis and he marches in the Navy all the time. Like it's hereditary with the men in my family have this thing. You know, it can be hereditary. You know what's funny? Do you know who gets this more than anybody else? And you're Italian, which makes this even more hysterical. People of Nordic descent, Vikings.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you're a Viking,
let's get back to the $12 thing. Where do I get this?
You can get it online. I sent you a link before. You got to keep up, man.
You got to send me the link.
I'll send it to you again. But it's cheap. It's $12.
I send it to me. I'll get the $12 one. I won't get the $60 one.
Don't get I know. Is it the hard thing that goes in the bottom? Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the episode with Jesus's nail where remember he got the orthotics for his shoes? That's what was wrong with his feet.
Yeah.
He had the same thing. Go back and watch. That's one of my favorite episodes. Go back and watch it. Hey, Zeus.
Yeah. All right, get back on. What else, Teen Mom? Go ahead.
God, I lost track. Anyway, so Amber hates me. I offered to buy cinnamon buns but I've bun blocked.
Nice.
That was my dad joke of the day. I've bun blocked. So, whatever. So, okay, Teen Mom is going to continue on. I thought this was going to be a season ender, but it wasn't a season ender. It's still going to go on. And now I feel like I'm suffering because there's not going to be Farrah. So what the hell am I going to be watching? Is Amber going to get off the sloth and couch and go do something? I don't know. Is Gary going to go find his real dad? I don't know. Is Macy going to survive Nicaragua? Is that where she's going? Nicaragua? Yeah. Wasn't there an arms crisis there or something? I wouldn't go to Nicaragua. Anyway.
She'll survive. She's tough. She'll survive.
Oh, yeah. She's the tough one. But you know what? She's got to make it naked without beer.
Yeah.
How's that going to work?
She's a tough girl, man. She's a very competitive girl. She's very athletic. I mean, she'll do good.
Yeah, she's good. Like, she's good. I will watch that. And I never watched that show. I will watch that with Macy on it. She's bangers. I will definitely watch it. She co-parents though with Larry and what's her name? Jen, perfectly.
Yeah.
They co-parent so well. I wish Ryan would get his shit together. In other news, they're talking still about putting Mackenzie on as the next teen mom, where the focus will be on him or her, and it's going to move away from the Macy Bentley Ryan. Macy will still be there with Bentley. She's going to do her own thing. Rumors are that she's pregnant already. They had already had by Ryan. They already had a blow up and he left the house months ago. Now there's a rumor that she's pregnant again. There's also a rumor that she lost her son. we aren't getting any confirmation from them because they're not coming out and speaking. But MTV, I guess, is putting little feelers out about, would you watch Teen Mom if Mackenzie was one of the moms?
Okay. Well,
MTV, the answer? No.
Well, it depends. If they give us some back history and we find out who hit her in the face with the frying pan, I might watch.
She's gonna get hit in the face with the shovel, I think. Yeah, she hit every branch on that ugly tree.
She's not
all the way down. But you know what?
She's not very exciting to watch.
I don't really understand the whole. I mean, I sit at home all the time, but I hate it. I don't understand if you have the option to go out, why you sit at home all the time. It's like everybody featured, like with like Amber and Mackenzie and all that. Why the hell are you guys sitting at home doing nothing? I don't get it.
Because they have money and they don't have to go out and work, and they get 25 grand an episode from Teen Mom. So they stay home.
And there goes to the next point. The salaries for Teen Mom were released the other day. I sent you an email. People are making different things. I found this out after the Briana interview because I'd have been like, girl, you better go ask for a raise.
She's getting paid, but she's getting peanuts.
Yeah, she's not getting anything compared to the other Teen Moms, which is bullshit. She should go in there and get something. I found in the interview interesting that she's living with the first baby daddy.
Yeah,
like,
that was interesting.
That was interesting because I didn't think that the second guy was not going to be around like it was. And that definitely changed. So the salaries got released. I'm not going to throw people's shit out here on the internet because that's not what I do, but it's out there. If you go look, Briana is getting the chef. Briana, girl, go ask for your money. Janelle opened up a YouTube channel. It's called Off the Grid. It's about her doing, like, that's why they've been doing all the vacation stuff. They've been filming like off the grid locations that they've been at. So that channel is new and it's starting out. There's still rumors about whether she's with MTV or whether she's not with MTV, whether she's fired or not. She's not fired. She's still an employee with MTV. You can email MTV and ask them. So that's the Janelle stuff for this week.
There's a brand new video they just put up today with her and David at the airport.
Oh, okay. I have to watch. I haven't seen it yet. So I'll have to go watch that. But the other controversy was this. To me, this seems stupid. And I think people are being overly sensitive. They were complaining because Janelle's husband supposedly lets the children play with toy guns.
Yeah.
That's stupid. I'm sorry. You know what? They're little kids. This guy is a redneck. Janelle will tell you. He's from the woods. He's from the mountains. He is a redneck. Of course, he probably paid with cap guns and everything else. If this was 1955, this would never even be discussed because everybody had a cowboy outfit.
We played with guns. We played with toy soldiers, army men. We played with army men all day long. That's what we played with.
I have so many pictures of my dad in a cowboy hat, wearing the little 6-shooter thing, running around, and all that kind of stuff, calling himself Bat Masterson. Probably nobody knows what that is today, but like that's the way that things used to be. And in some places of the country, they still are. People don't realize that your own little hometown, there's a big world out there, guys. You're complaining about playing with toy guns. Go over to the Middle East where they're strapping bombs to little children and sending them into military bases and sending them into police stations and blowing them up. Really? There's bigger issues than somebody playing with the little toy cap gun with the orange thing on the end. Look into it. Look into it. You guys want to stand up against something? Go stand up against that. That's the real disgusting thing happening in our world, not toy cap guns and bullshit. Please, world, let's get our shit together. I can't stand it anymore. Oh, there's Vito. Want to see the beard?
Yeah.
Come in. We're still filming, but slide in. Slide in here. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Vito LaGrasso and his beard growth. Look at this.
Vito.
He can't hear you, Vince. Hold on.
Take the headset off. Put it on here for a second. I want to talk to him.
Oh, God, I'm terrified.
What's up, man?
Vito, I don't know what she took this morning, but I can't get a word in edgewise. She's all over the place, Vito. She's talking about Mo's kidney on the Teen Mom show.
She's doing Vince Russo, like when we do Get in Color. That's what happened.
I'm doing my Vince impression.
Very nice. Let me see the beard, bro. Hold on. Say something.
How you doing, Vince? You like it? It's the first time I ever had hair on my face.
Well, don't shave it, though. But you got to let it go, man. Don't shave it.
Yes, he has. This is like
Vince, this
day
is
3.
4 days. I can't grow
No, day
hair.
3. No, but can you see it?
You know, I can see it. I like it. Let it go, though.
I'm gonna
Let it go. I want.
Look how young my face is, Vince. I just finished, healthcare.
The face gimmick. You did the face gimmick, bro.
I know.
Cute.
And look at the teeth. So white.
You got unbelievable teeth.
I'm telling you.
He's
I'm
been
looking
whitening
good.
mine.
Are those all real teeth, bro?
Yeah, they're real.
Jeez.
You want me to tap on them?
Yeah,
Look,
you won't hear
Here,
porcelain.
open your mouth.
Yeah, they're real.
I'll pull
bro.
on them. They're in
You
there.
won't hear porcelain. But how's everything going over there? Everything
Good,
settled down
good.
from
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah, I'm just.
We're still recording.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just tired because I didn't get any sleep last night. That's
All right, I'll let you guys go. Peace out,
all right.
guys.
I'll talk to you later, bro. All right. What else? What are we ready to plug things?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk. You don't like my Russo impression.
No. What else? You got?
Actually, I didn't take medicine this morning. That's why you're getting
maybe-
rambling Rose. And I have a migraine. Hence
Maybe
the
she-
glasses.
Maybe you should get back on it. Okay. What else you got? What else is going on?
Well, we got a lot of cool brand stuff going on you probably don't even know about yet. So next Wednesday will be the debut of Super Wifey Show.
Go ahead.
The boys from the Super Ugly Show all have wives, and they're all going to hang out with me on Wednesday. So we are going to debut on youtube.com/the Big Vito brand, the Super Wifey Show. Me, Jessica, and Emily are all going to be on, and we're going to talk about women's issues. We're going to talk about sex, and more sex. So make sure you tune in. It'll be a live show. Don't forget to watch us on Back to Reality next week. My former partner and Disney princess, Chrissy Rivera, the queen of the combat zone, will be on with us to talk about road stories and the good times. She's going to teach Vito what I was like before I totally lost my mind. So that's going to be next week on Back to Reality, 8 p.m. Thursday, Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube channel. We are still selling shirts. collarandelbow.com. You can get your Big Vito shirts. Noel shirts are coming soon, I promise. I know people were asking to wear them to WrestleMania. They're coming soon. We're working on it. Design's already done. Don't forget to spam Nick G. My son, Nick, is 18 and he loves spam. Check Twitter. Reality T Spiller is my Twitter name. Check that out. We are
What do you
sending
mean your
Nick
son
spam.
Nick? Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. Oh, spam in the can?
He loves it.
Oh, that's
eats it every day.
vile. That's
Loves it.
disgusting.
Bro, he takes a can to school every day and he opens the little thing and he takes it out and he slices it up and he's a healthy eater. That's the funny thing is that Nick eats like all healthy food. The doctor told us we got to make Nick eat junk food because he eats too healthy and he's getting skinny. So we're doing a spamathon for Nick. So if you go to my Twitter and Vito's Twitter, we have an Amazon link with spam stuff. It's got spam shirts. It's got cans of spam. We got sent spam socks. He also likes Nerf guns, Star Wars, and me. So, send him spam. So we're having a spamathon for his 18th birthday. So his birthday's the 27th. We're partying this weekend. Please send Nick spam. DM me if you don't want to use AO or if you don't want to use Amazon. DM me. I'll give you an address where we're collecting the spam at. And we're doing this. Look at your face. You're disgusted by Nick G's spam.
I'm disgusted with the spam. That's a
But are you seriously shocked? I mean, this is a child of mine. And this is not a normal thing to eat or a normal activity. This is a child of mine. Are you surprised by this? I mean, you've seen his videos. He calls car dealerships asking if they have tricked out ice cream trucks for sale. I mean,
his videos are tremendous, but now this spam thing, I got to work the spam thing into the equation now.
Yeah, now you got to do the spam. But the cool thing is for his birthday, I bought him. He has a website. I bought him his own domain name. I got him business cards. We're setting him up with all kinds of cool stuff to do his videos and run his little business. What he does, he doesn't take any money because my son actually works at Boscov's. He goes to school. He works at Boscov's. He goes to special autistic school and they hooked him up with an internship. So he's interning at Boscov's, but he loves to be an entertainer. His dream is to work at Disney and be a stormtrooper.
Very nice.
So we're setting him up with his own entertainment business, guys. So it's going to be certified nickg.com because he says he's the certified G, Nick G. Because his last name starts with a G. So yeah, that's coming this weekend. We're gonna debut it. We're throwing him a surprise party. So Saturday he's getting a surprise party and he's getting his whole business debuted for him. He's always wanted business cards. So his business cards say, Nick G, you have met a certified G.
Very nice. Very
So
nice.
yeah, Spamathon, promote it, hook it up, send it. The boy loves spam. Let's make it happen. He takes donations for his school. Valley Forge Education takes care of kids that are handicapped with autism and multiple handicaps, including speech and visual impairment. On his website, he has a link where you can donate to help the kids at the school. They have done so much for my son. He's graduating in June, so he wants to have his own business so he can help the school out and donate money to the school.
Nice.
So,
Very
yay,
all
Nick
right.
G.
You are all hopped up on something today, man.
I'm not. This is what happens when I start to get a bad migraine. I can't see, and then I get real hyper and I talk, and then I'm down.
Real hopped up. I don't know what cocaine.
I swear-
Are you
no,
doing
dude.
the monkey? You doing the nose candy?
I can't even show you my eyes because they're effed up. Look at my one eye. See, I'm good. This pupil's blown. That doesn't count.
Let me see the one eye again. You gotta say something so I could see it.
I don't know. What do you want me to say? I mean, I only have one eye.
In that position like that?
What? My eyes are like this all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you tried slapping yourself in the side of the head?
No, I'll have another stroke.
All right. Okay, don't do that.
Were you trying to kill me? I thought we were friends. No, seriously, guys. This is what my face looks like without glasses.
Are those
eyes.
fake eyebrows? I mean, eyelashes.
No, these are my real eyelashes. I just have really long eyelashes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is me.
Open your eyes as wide as they can and say something. I want to see what they look like. Go ahead.
I don't know what you want me to say. Do you want me to sing a song?
But your eyes look normal.
No, I have blown pupils. My eyes are not this color. Well, you can see this one stays down like this, and this one is a little closed, but my eyes are black because my pupils are blown. Like you have color in your eye, right? Like you have brown eyes. Yeah. I don't anymore. My eyes are black because my pupils are the entire size of my eye. This one's not as bad as that one.
Have you tried gouging your own eyes?
No. V, can you come here and give me the old Roddy Piper and give me an eye gouge? He refuses.
Okay. All right.
He refuses.
All right.
But that's my eyes.
Listen,
feel free to pick on me.
I'm exhausted from you right now. I just want I got to go take a nap.
Vince is exhausted from me and he's got to take a nap. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am exhausting.
You got to go take some, whatever. What is it that you said you were on?
Deluxidin.
Go take like 10, 12 of those.
I took one this morning. It's migraine related. This is what happens when you have brain damage.
What puts you to sleep?
Trazodone.
Go take like 6 of those.
I haven't slept really at all either. I've been up for like 2 days because of the pain. This is my life, bro. Everybody's gonna think I'm nuts when we put this out, but I'm not.
You're playing the pain card. Playing the pain card again.
And I'm not in the office. You know what? I wanted to say I wasn't playing the pain card. I actually have a Hulk Hogan card. I was going to play the Hulkamania card today, but I left it in the office. I love it. Hey, listen, if I don't see this plantar fasciitis ribbon on your sweater today.
Are you going to send me the gimmick?
Yes, of course I am. Do I not always look out for you? Did I look out for you?
Are you sure they're only $12?
Yeah, it was like $12.95.
And these are the ones your son has.
No, brother has them.
Oh yeah, okay.
My brother's in the Navy,
and he's got the same ones.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have these same things.
You got to send it to me. I'm going to get them right as soon as I get the link.
Bro, doctors will rob you. When this shit first came out, like the orthotics in the 90s, my dad had to get a pair. Because remember, I told you, like, all the guys in my family have this issue. And we're like every nationality. So, like, it just runs along.
Now, do you wear them all the time or just when you go to bed?
He wears them all the time when he's moving around because by the time you go to bed, then your feet aren't going to hurt you. But my dad had these big plastic orthotics that he had to get in his shoes in like the 90s when this kind of became prevalent of a problem where it was like made of wear. And that shit was like $350 and he had to have both shoes.
They still are. I went to the foot place and that's what they
really
wanted.
that much money?
Yeah, they wanted $400. I said, what are you out of your mind?
Dude, I'm telling you, plantar fasciitis ribbon. If you don't share it today, I will be so disappointed because you really need to fight. You really need to fight this battle. This needs
There's a ribbon. You'll send me the ribbon too.
I already sent you the ribbon. Vince, do you not look at your Twitter?
I don't know what's going on. Send me the ribbon again.
I'm going to send you the ribbon. I'm going to send you the link.
All right.
I'm going to send you all those things. But don't I look out for you?
Don't send me any spam.
Don't I look out for you though?
Yes. But hey, you know you didn't send me that? Man, that freaking artwork, that shot of you and Vito wasn't. Who did that?
Me.
You did not.
Yeah, I did it before I was sick. That's an older picture of me and Vito at Place
Oh my God, that was incredible. I
start with an app that does art things. I can't remember because I don't use the app anymore. It's like Pyramid or something. But then I go in, I take it in Photoshop and I alter it.
Jeez,
but like seriously,
that was beautiful. I love that.
I sent you, and people might want to know this because it's a really neat Christmas gift to get somebody. I made a deal with somebody. There is a site called Fiverr, Fiver, and there is a person on there that does phenomenal artwork. And I made a deal with them to artwork, and I'm going to continue to promote them, and I'm going to try to hook anybody up that wants to be hooked up. They're doing a, you know the video game Grand Theft Auto. Jeff would know it.
I know it. I know that.
She is doing a picture of me and Vito in the Grand Theft Auto style.
Oh wow, that's
which
cool.
is going to be totally banging. That place you can get any type of artwork. You can get vector art. You can get the stuff like that's going on my t-shirt, the Noel thing with the everything. I got that off of there, but I do have a hookup for there. It is in your inbox. I sent it to you because remember we talked about doing artwork, and because I can't do the level artwork I did.
DM me that. DM me all these.
I'll DM it to you again. This is really cool, guys. I'm going to share it on my Twitter. Reality Tea Spiller. You can get any type of artwork. This lady's amazing. She even does like interior design for your house if you want to redesign your room.
Yeah.
She will draw what it will look like, color it, and be able to architecturally redesign your room.
All right. Listen, we're going on a 4-hour show over here. All right.
Well, that's because I'm hopped up on migraine.
We're all hopped up on God knows. Are we done? Are you done? Anything else? Mo's kidney, the lady with the rooms, anything else?
Are you going to pray for Mo and his kidney?
Yeah.
Tell me you will.
Yeah. When did he have the operation, Mo?
It was yesterday he went in.
Okay. I had no idea. This is the first time I'm hearing. So.
I really didn't talk to you that much yesterday. After I talked to you, I found out. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. King
and
Mo.
I still love you, even though you think I'm nuts now because I'm having a migraine.
I got to go take a nap now from you. I'm exhausted.
Vito lives with me.
I thought I could care less about this show. This is going to be a 5-minute thing. This is like a 4-hour marathon.
Dude, I cut my Amber promo down too because I was going to make you time an Amber promo. I cut it out. I'm just going to send her cinnamon buns and said, you want to go halvesies?
No, absolutely.
That's all right. I'll pay for myself.
All right, there you have it, everybody. Spilling the Tea Mom Tea. We'll be back next week. Any last words, Princess? Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired.
I was gonna tell you. I like a couple of your rings, but I know that's another 45-minute discussion. All right, everybody. Listen.
Liberace's the bomb, kids.
Look at that. Wait. Do that. Show that again and say something.
See this? Liberace is amazing. I'm a big Liberace fan.
I love that skull.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. That's an awesome ring. All right, everybody, we got to go. I got to take a nap because she's exhausted me. We will see you next week. Same Teen Mom time, same Teen Mom channel. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you next week.
Deuces.